And looks like I should be live. Give me a minute to finish setting everything up. This is going to be, hopefully it's going to be fun, guys. I'm hoping. We'll be setting up a lot of stuff here, and then eventually I'll get to playing. But it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be fun. Oh, man, I always start with that echo. We'll be setting up a lot of stuff here, and then eventually I'll get to playing. But it's going to be, one moment. It's going to be fun. Oh, man, I always start with that echo. All right, that should solve that echo problem. Sorry about that, guys. I might as well switch you over to my display. We can exit out of my thumbnail. Just let me finish making one notification. Yeah, so this is I can't remember. I think I told you guys. This is gonna be a multiplayer series eventually. Right now, I'm just I thought I might as well stream me getting the server set up and. Just so that way you guys can have some input on the mods that we'll be using, and you know, because eventually it'll be opened up to everybody, so you guys will be able to play on this as well. Eventually, once I get things going. But for right now, it's just gonna be a. Why is my chat not showing up in my little? Okay, well let me pop out the chat. Hey there, Aaron. Hey there, Abito. How you doing, Platinum Turbo? Just popping on there. Yeah, we're getting things going here. Like I said, eventually it's gonna be a setup for our I guess I'll also announce I am staying up all night tonight. I've got the night shift again, so I'm gonna be staying up all night tonight, playing Farming Simulator. So we're gonna have a lot to do tonight. Hey, so this stream is kind of just getting that set up. So right now, there's the mods that we're currently having on our server. There's a few other things that I need to do. I think I uploaded this. No, I don't think I uploaded that yet. But we're gonna add this one, and then we're gonna add this one eventually. How you doing, DJ? We're getting things set up for our server here. Yeah, like I said, since people are just coming in, also, if you have any input on the mods that you want to see on the server, since you'll be able to play on the server if you want to play realistically, that's all I ask. Let me know. But right now, we're trying to keep it John Deere. We're trying to keep it true to the area. How you doing, Mark? So I've got. Well, you know what? I'll explain. I'll explain what I'm going to do. Thank you, Farmer. Yes, and I did see your comment over in Eustace Farmer's page about Grizzly Bear, how he had a stream up there. But I just, I've been sick. I've been sick for the last week, and I just kind of been dead to the world and fallen behind. But I spent like 10 hours on Sunday at work trying to get this set up, and so I've converted most of them. I haven't uploaded the converts to the mod hub, the database yet, because some of the MR converts need a little bit of work, which maybe I'll work on that too. But for right now, I got this from Platinum Turbo. So we need to convert. Oh yeah, save game 20. Let's extract this as all, not as all, as well. We're gonna add that to our Farming Simulator modding. Mods, not that one, this one. Okay, there we go. All right, hey, yes, hello, Kamito, how you doing? And well, thank you, Dar Gaming. I appreciate that. Hopefully you'll like the version 2 even better. I was so embarrassed about some of those mistakes I made. But okay, so let's get this convert going. I like to work out of I got a little more realistic conversion folder set up here. What is going to be the most like this? Probably an auger wagon. So let's go to data, vehicles overriding. It's going to be under trailers, and then it's going to be, what is the smallest auger wagon? I think it's the Metal Tech, and then the PP20. Okay, so that's going to be our template. let's go back to our MR conversion folder. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to name the XML. So let's get the name going, and let's go back in. So this is, wait, what is that? There's two I3Ds? So one's got a effect, one's got to reference the other. Okay, yeah. So that's just that's going to be referenced by the actual mod itself. But we got to rename this XML, and let's so you have the mod name underscore MR underscore. All right, and then press enter. So then while we're at it, let's get this out of here and drag this back into our data bank that I'm going to have to, oh goodness. There's a lot to do to get this server set up the way that I like it. So while I'm at it, this is my own custom version of this. I am going to change this. I always like to change the version for when I put it on a public server, just so anybody else who has a more realistic data bank, it's going to be a different version, so it's going to give them a mod conflict. Just so they're not trying to use, I don't even know if that would work if they have a separate version of the folder with the same mod version of the mod desk. But anyway, I like to keep it all separate. So let's open up that and paste it on in. So we have that. You can see all the stuff in my data bank. I've got a lot. Up there at top, you can see the, well, actually, they all have yesterday as modified because that's when I zipped it up. But wait, that's today. Well, anyway, this is a different time here. Wait, how do the other ones say a more recent time than, I'm so confused. Oh, that's right, because I unzipped it afterwards. Okay. Well, regardless, here is the mod that we want to convert, and what happened to our template? We lost our template. All right, let's go back to the conversion, more realistic, and data, and vehicles overriding. We got trailers, and we have Metal Tech and the PP20. There we go. All right. So first thing we're gonna add, it's gonna have a smaller drag version. Let's see, should we try to get the, okay, let's just try to do it right. Let's add that, and we're going to change up here to be our notes. So this will be our MR notes. So MR note section. All right, so then let's go like that, and okay, so our drag area is gonna be that. That's our formula for drag, and let's go back in one more. Oh my goodness, way too many folders open. Let's go back into here, and we want to open this up in Giants Editor. We're gonna need it to reference. And while we're here, let's just, I always get confused, and I always have way too many folders open. So let's do this. Oh, I forgot I had one more notification. Let me hold on. Let me notify the people over in my Discord that I am streaming. How do I? Whatever. I'll just not worry about that. If anybody wants to announce that in my Discord, go ahead and do that. But for right now, I'll just leave those people and hope that they catch on the thing. How you doing, Roy? Hello from Texas. I also live in Texas as well. So, hello to you from the same state. We got a cold weather system blowing in, and it's kind of funny seeing people panic. They're all rushing to HEB to stock up for. It's gonna be below freezing for one day and not even that cold. I don't know. I'm from Illinois originally, as well, as you guys probably know based on my map. Okay, thank you, Platinum. Maybe that's why we have some people in here. Okay, so that is for reference. Now we have to measure. This is something maybe someone who's done some MR converts could help me out here. So let's create a transform group. I was always unsure if you, for example, when calculating the drag area, well, I guess this is a little bit more cut and dry, but on things where, I mean, you can't just do a length, width, and height thing because that's not a square shape, and that's not going to cause drag right there. You know, I mean, because it's kind of open, so you kind of just got to do a best guess type thing from what I've seen. So let's cheat. Whoops. Let's cheat a little bit on the width, I think. Let's say the width is going to be roughly there. So we have 0.9, we'll call it. And if that's centered, which it should be, so that is 0.9. All right, so we got 0.9 on both sides. Yeah, Roy, it is. I mean, I understand. I mean, being from a colder region, I totally understand not wanting to drive with people that don't know how to drive in the snow. But as far as going to the HEB to stock up, I mean, I don't know. The swag method. What's the swag? Is that you just guess? I don't know what that is. We're just calling the width 0.9, and we'll call the height something like. I'm not really gonna include the wheels. Whoops. Let's just look at something like that ish. So we got 0.8, and we're going up to something like there. 3. Let's call it 3. So 0.8 to 3, and the other one was, oh boy. So you guys remember those numbers for me, right? I gotta get a calculator here. DR Gaming, it's coming along nicely. Oh yes, that's a great one, Kerbo. The Modding Mania map is coming along nicely. If you look at my, well, I don't think I want to show away the testing. Well, yeah, I can't show the testing thread because it's, my moderators on my channel are all also my testers. So if you want to get involved in testing, and I can trust you, basically, I just need to know you from somewhere. Like if you're a reputable person on FSUK, for example, but you're not part of my Discord, I'll feel more than happy with inviting you to be a map tester. But right now, those guys are map testing, and that's in my my Discord. I'm basically going to be working on all those fixes over the next 3 nights at night shift if the freezing temperatures don't cause havoc on the power grid. And then I should be able to kick out another version of those guys that's mostly complete, and then if they don't have any more errors or suggestions or stuff like that, I'm gonna be uploading that to the FSUK for that contest. I don't think it should take as long as the end of February. I have until the end of February, but I don't think it'll take that long. And now that I've talked this long, the width we're calling 0.8 plus 0.8, so 1.6, and the height was 0.8 to 1.8. 1.6? Anybody? Well, it should be right there, right? At the very top, it's 3. Wow, glad I went back and checked. So I think I'm calling it 3 minus 0.8, something like that, which is 2.2, of course. 2.2, so there is our drag. We're going to say that's our drag. Whoops, I hit all kinds of buttons. Drag, calc. You know, that's the only problem. My microphone is way to the right, and my keyboard's way to the left. Why do you have to stream now? I was just going to bed. Oh, that's great, Mod. Yeah, inside joke for all those that don't know. Mod likes to say he's going to bed, but then watch my stream all night. Hey, Mod, I'm actually going to be streaming all night long later tonight. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm basically streaming now, getting the server set up, and then we'll play on it a little bit for my 7 o'clock stream. That's in 2 hours. Hopefully I can get things done. And then I'm going to call it quits for a little bit, say goodnight to my wife, and then I've got to stay up all night to prepare for my night shift tomorrow night. So all night tonight, starting at like 10:30, 11, or 11:30 p.m., sometime like that, Central Standard Time, I will be streaming all night. And if you are a trusted member, moderator of my Discord group, I hope to see you on the map setting up as well. Hello from Traham Farms, North Carolina. My sister-in-law just moved to North Carolina. I spent a lot of time in South Carolina. Those are a couple beautiful states. I love going to the mountains in North Carolina. I'm not sure what part of North Carolina you were from, but there's a lot of pretty states there. How you doing, Arkansas Bound? We are getting some modding done, but I'm spending more time talking with people in the chat than I actually am modding. So does anybody have this calculated for me yet? I would hope that while I was talking, you guys would have calculated that, but I guess not. 0.85. I thought it was 0.69. I guess that might have changed in some of the recent versions of Dural. 23, that's wrong. There's no way. Oh. I think that was... That's gotta be wrong. No, I don't. I like to keep everything. I have Kerbo. Let's see, MR conversion. I have my own little cheat sheet that I mean, most of this is information from Dural, but it's also notes that I've made throughout my time learning. So this is what I typically use. Yeah, here we go. So it is 0.68. I was right. For trailer, or maybe yeah, 0.65. That's right. 0.65. Okay, so I don't know where that other one came from. Yeah, I like to do the math myself. I'm slow and old and still like using calculators, and I really miss the day of doing calculus. That was some of my most fun time in college doing calculus. I will need the mods if you have the new ones. Michael, if you look in, I posted it in our moderator channel. I posted the link for that, but I am changing a few of those mods, so you might want to wait until the end of this stream until I get those mods changed. Basically, yeah. So I would wait on that, but the link is in the Discord moderators channel, and then like I said, I'm eventually going to open this server up to the public. As long as we don't have any problems on the server with stupid people, it's going to be open to the public. It'll still have a password, but it's going to be open to the public, and anybody's allowed to come on the server as long as they want to take part in a little bit of realistic Midwest farming, which I will describe later what that means. And for example, I have an anhydrous ammonia knife pack, and we're gonna do some strip tillage in the fall over the bean ground to prep it for the next season. Then we're going to do a little bit of disking. Even though we don't disc in real life, we're going to just disc the stubble of the corn stalks, and then we'll be doing that. Yeah. So, all right, let's get you guys. Stop distracting me. 0.63. Maybe I should have used the one that Kerbal said. 0.63 times we got 1.6 times 2.2. This is not calculus, and we have a drag area of 2.22. That seems yeah, okay, that could work. Let's just do it. And then trailer unloading PTO power. Let's see. Let's do something like no. This one has a motor, I believe. I believe in real life, at least, this trailer has a self-contained motor, so it should not take any power from a tractor or a truck, for example. Brake force. You know what? This is just going to be a quick convert. I'm not going to... Should I calculate all these things? Shoot. Okay, let's just... brake force. Let's assume this trailer has commercial air brakes actuated. I would choose a target of deceleration of 5.5, so... 18. Oh, that's right. We gotta calculate the tonnage for the wheels. Oh goodness. I guess if this isn't a true, no, let's just do this correct. Okay. So what is the tonnage of the capacity? Let's figure that out first. I forget. Does anybody know the weight of? Maybe Kerbal could tell me. Maybe his little cheat sheet has this automatically able to be calculated, but I don't know the weight of seeds and fertilizer. Oh, can you not put fertilizer in this sucker either? Well, that's fine. I think this is fine. That's fine. Yes, that'll be fine. All right, so fill type seeds capacity 15,000. That seems like a lot of seeds. Yeah, I don't know. I think for this time, the spring and the damper, that seems realistic. I've noticed a lot of people that make these mods, they put the springs way too high. But I think this might be close enough to real life. There's no way, you're funny, Platinum. I think that those are close enough. Suspension travel, that's close enough. Let's try initial compression of, let's just say 5. Whoops. Let's just say 5 for now and see how that works. But most of those other ones look pretty good. 15,000 liters of seed. How much is that? How you doing, Lewis? How much does 15,000 liters of seed weigh? Anyone? Yeah. How much does... Well, how many... 1 second. Yeah, I know. That's what I was also gonna check out. I'm actually gonna manually do the capacity of the thing. So let's this is kind of what I use this a lot. Now this would be weight per bushel of, is this dry bushel? Where's corn? Corn shelled. So it's gonna be roughly similar to that. I guess that's right, because a seed sack is maybe, how big are seed sacks? Are they roughly a bushel? They feel about like 50 pounds. That seems right. Um, that seems about right based on. That seems about right based on. Well, you know what? We can cheat a little bit, right? Let's instead of calculating. Typically, I would calculate the actual size of this trailer to get the accurate scale of measurement in game, because sometimes people make them different scaled. However, we are going to, yeah, and that's, so Mod brings up an interesting point. Nowadays, people measure seed. When you go to buy seed, like for your planting in real life, they measure it by the volume, not by the weight, because volume in real life is more accurate, because I mean, this is something that people who operate combines and planters in real life know, that seeds change size ever so slightly in real life based on different hybrids and even different fields. If you're going to harvest the corn, so that's different settings in the combine you have to adjust, because the seeds are slightly different size. So yeah, I would. What I'm trying to do is, this is a JM375. JM375. Let's look at that spec sheet. Tender. Not. How is the first result a stupid mod? Yeah, you know what's depressing? You know what's depressing, guys? Look at this. Tazewell County map. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. Tazewell County map farming simulator. Look at this. Modland, farming, crap websites. And then finally you have a video of mine, another crap website, someone else's video. That guy's awesome. I know him. Someone from Twitch. That's fine. Kerbo, old guy farmer. That's fine. Then you have, okay, the FSUK website. But like, how are those the first? I hate stupid websites, and those websites don't even give me credit. Well, they might give me credit, but they do not use the original download link, which is basically like not giving me credit. Anyway, I'm not going to go on another rant. What the heck's a seed unit? What? Beans are, yeah, I think beans are typically smaller than corn. This is just to try to get a, right now, the point of this farmer was, I was trying to figure out what the max capacity weight that this thing should be able to handle. And then I will be able to work the suspension from there. Oh my goodness, you guys are too, what is a seed unit? I'm not sure what I was referring to. Platinum planters, for example, have different. For example, 2000 planter. Let's try this. Might be what I was talking about, but different. Nope, that doesn't have it. Where was I looking? I don't, well, let's just look at the image. So maybe this will have a decent side image. Yeah, so right in there, inside the planter, you have a meter unit that, when you go to plant different crop types, they have different sizes. And so now you might, with modern planters, I don't know if you can adjust this manually, but it's a pretty much a part that I think you'd have to change out mechanically. I don't know about modern planters, but anyone on our planter, depending on corn or soybeans or even different types of beans, they have different sizes, and you have to change out this meter unit. Otherwise, you're going to get it's not going to properly grab, it's not going to accurately grab seeds for dropping it down in the hole. But anyway, that might have been what I was talking about. Okay, specs and dimensions, unload rate. Well, okay, so this is part of a problem. I don't see a 375, but I bet you that's bushel size. I I'm looking up to see if seed unit in Google Drive weird American laws. Uh, I would be willing to bet that is that bushel seed unit. I mean it's got to hold more than 390 seeds. Could that be bushel? 300. That seems awful big for. This seems awful small for. I mean, our grain truck can hold 300 bushel for relative size, and that's a big box, and it's even bigger than this. So it's got to be. That's got to be different. Thank you, Grassy Gamer, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy my videos. Well, I mean, I guess you did if you subscribed. Hello, thank you so much for that subscription. Yeah, I don't normally do this. Normally I do Let's Plays, but occasionally I do tutorials and modding, so I hope that this is useful for you guys. If you're just joining this stream, I am currently setting up my server, which involves MR conversions, more realistic conversions of certain mods, including this one. And then I'm going to put that up on the server, and then later I'm going to play on the server during this stream if I have the time, which at this rate I won't, but definitely later. I'm doing an all-night stream, starting at something like 10:30 or 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So anyway, I hope you guys are awake to join me then. Let's continue looking at this. That's gotta be. So they have an empty weight, but they don't have a full weight. They have a weight on the tongue, but that doesn't do me any good. This will do me good. So you know what? Okay, let's do something now. Let's do bushels to liters. So bushels to liters, and we have 30 bushels, which is well, really? That's a lot. Okay, well, we'll press the I believe button, and let's go to change. Overloading is at 30 bushels. So change to, oh, that's right, because the game measure is in liters per second. So, how you doing, Wayne? I hope so. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is. Oh yeah, well, Platinum Turbo. Can you give me that link? Actually, that would be better than what I'm using, especially if it has the weight. But what I'm looking for now is the overloading capacity of that. Where am I? Where's my? Oh, that's the website I was using. Why? How you doing, Cotton? We are a little bit lost here. Well, they have measurements, but that doesn't. What the heck is a seed unit? Conveyor belt, 30 bushels a minute. Okay, well, there's the axle. Two 700-pound axe, 7,000 pound axles. All right, thank you, Platinum. I will in general chat, I guess. No, that's Mark's link. Roundtable, there it is. All right, thank you so much. All right, we've got the 375. All right, let's get the overloading capacity first. 30 bushels per minute. Okay, so that is right. Let's change something in the mod. So, which is 1,000. What did we say? 1,100 per minute. Let's say 1050. 1050, and then that's got to get divided by 60. So 1050 divided by 60 is 17.5. Oh boy. Hey, you want realism? Oh yeah. This is liters per second, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. This is Yeah, the Discord is open to the public. Yeah, I have I just I section it off from there where I have moderators and then people I know well or that's been there for a long time. I call SimStation survivors. That's kind of like my little pet name for my followers. How you doing, Toner? Tomer. Sorry, I need to get my eyes checked. So what should we say? That's wait. Let's just change it to 100. I think 100 will feel realistic enough for in-game. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe 50? I know from experience, Dural typically doubles this. So if we double this, this is gonna be something. Man, I think we need to more than double that. We could triple it. I don't know, guys. What do you think? 35? 35 seems way too small. Let's just double it. Is 35, but that's really slow. So let's 2x that. Okay. So 70. Let's do 70. Yeah, the default is the default was 1100. And it is just a little gasoline powered pump, so that's part of the problem there. So we got our overloading capacity to 70. And thank you, Platinum. We've got I thought I put that in the bottom of my stream in the description, but perhaps I did not. All right. So moving onward, let's go back and look at that spec sheet. I'm trying to figure out the capacity for that. And we're gonna need we'll leave that open. Okay. Well, we can close out of that one. You know what? We can it can't be bushel. There's no way. No, it was 1100. It was 1100 something bushels per minute. I think I did the math for 1050 bushels per minute. Oh, did I note that wrong? Yeah, liters. So therefore, that's 35 per second. The game uses 35 per second, right? The game measures it in liters per second, unless I'm mistaken. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, mod, but I'm pretty sure that's what they measure. All right. Just reconfiguring my math there. All right. So yeah, let me know about that mod. Moving on. Well, one thing we can do is let's go. I got too many open windows. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the spec sheet and not spec sheet. What is 375 bushel? 13. Yeah, so maybe that is. See you later, Kerbo. Thanks for joining in. A seed unit is actually a unit with predefined number of seeds, so it is not by weight or volume. Right. So are those the? I'm thinking. Is this something a seed unit is? is that what a seed unit is? It is actually with predefined number of seeds. So it's not by weight or volume, but by number of seeds. Okay. How many? What is volume of seed unit? Beck seeds. That's what we use in real life. Yeah, that's not what I want. Seed pricing, Beck seed prices. What inputs can you? No. Wait, you said it. That seems really well. You know what? We could do some kind of a rough, without having to do too big of maths. we could do something like, because it's almost a triangle underneath there. So let's calculate the capacity of the main tank up here. So we have something like, what is that? Which axis? I think this is what we'll do. So this is something like 2 meters, and then we got something like -2. So that's going to be 4 meters long. So let's call it 4 meters long. And then 4 meters long, and we have width of 1 to 1, so that's 2 meters long. So we got a 2x4 container, and it is going to be, what is the volume of this top part? So something like, let's just go to, well, I guess let's just go right there in the middle of that triangle. So let's just do like that. So from there is 2.36 to there is 3.07. So that is 3 minus 2.6. No, let's just do it. 3.1 minus 2.6 is going to be basically half a meter. Stop chatting. I can't concentrate. So 0.5, so we had 4 times 2 times 0.5 is going to be the, so 4 cubic meters on the top part. And then, you know, I mean, since that's basically a triangle or a pyramid, we can probably estimate it by halvesies, if you know what I mean. So if we do half of kind of like right in there. So hold on, before I forget, I'm going to do volume. Well, you know what? I don't have Blender. I don't know how to use Blender, so just oh, this will be good enough. This will be good enough. So we've got, so we're figuring that this is a, let's see. If we assume that this is, no, we gotta make the top a little bit like that, since it's not quite equal parts. Okay, so let's do another one like that, and then we'll do it from like there. Okay, so from there to there is gonna be, what is that, another half meter? So let's do another half meter in height, and then distance is gonna be basically from there to, so -1 to 1. So that'll be 2 more meters. So the height was half a meter, so that's 1. So that's 1 cubic meter so far. And then the left to right is going to be something like the same thing, because I think underneath that support frame, it's basically the same. So let's do something like that to that. So is 1 again. So that's like roughly another cubic meter. Okay, so let's say it's 5 cubic meters, which is going to be 5,000 liters. Assuming the scale of the model is better, that would be easy way to figure out capacity. Well, yeah. That looks a little bit more like 5,000 liters. That seems about right. Because, well, I mean, something else we could do is, yeah, I mean, for perspective, let's import something else. So modding data, vehicles, trailers, Brantner, and import trailers. What else do we want? What else is it? What's the smallest auger wagon? Metal Tech, the PP20. So this auger wagon is 30,000 liters, right? And the Brantner's how many liters? Oh, yeah, the horse one. Thank you. I don't have the horse one. I don't know where that's at, though. Does anybody know off the top of their head how much the Brantner trailer can hold? I'll go look. Just never mind. Never mind that I said that. How do I have 19 people watching me do this? You guys must be really bored. I guess I'm really entertaining. The Brantner XML capacity is 8,500. So the little baby Brantner trailer can hold 8,500, and that's a square. Are they unrealistic? Oh, that's right. I guess I should have done the modding mods. Not that one. Modding. I thought, according to Durrell, the volumes for the actual trailers are somewhat realistic, um, but the bucket volume for like front loaders is unrealistic. Let's just look real quick. So data, vehicles overriding, trailers, and Brantner, and here we go. So capacity is, so that was pretty close, 8,200. So 8,200 in this little guy, and you gotta remember that it's a little bit bigger, and it also, if we look at this way, it protrudes, the square part goes down a little bit more. But you know what? I think that's pretty close. If you take away all of that other angle, I think it's about 8,000 liters, something like that. I don't know. Because if you look at, that's a lot of capacity of the square that that triangle is not going to be taken up by. And then if you look at this lower part, I mean, this little low section holds almost nothing. That's going to hold up. That's going to hold almost nothing. So at the very least, it might even hold less than this, actually, if anything. But I think it's pretty close. We can call it the same. Let's just say 8,000. I think 8,000 liters seems reasonable. Let's just do that. So we're gonna exit out of all of those, and okay. So let's go here, and capacity. 10,000. Okay, so maybe I should do 10,000 then. We'll just do 10,000. It's realistic enough. Does anybody know off the top of their head? I've never quite understood what's the difference between capacity and the more realistic fill volume capacity. Does anybody know what the difference between that is? What do those two like? I know changing this to lower works, but maybe it doesn't get output into the store display. Is that the difference there? We're gonna assume 10,000 liters, but you know what? I know even if the liter is about 10K, you probably wouldn't fill that to the tippy top. So let's do something like 9,500. Okay, so volume is set estimated to 9,500. Okay, so we have the volume now. Let's just save that real quick. Not Control A, Control S. Okay, so we have the volume. What else did Durrell change? We're gonna leave the wheels alone for now. Wheels edited the compression left else alone. All right, and center of mass is something that we're gonna have to check. So we can get rid of these two now. Center of mass. Let's go 0, 0, 0. And so it looks like center mass is going to be 0 at, this thing's going to be awful top heavy. Something like, the wheels also take up some weight. I don't know. What do you think? Like there, guys? The wheels would take up a decent portion of the weight, but that thing's got a lot of metal up high. Maybe something like 1.5. I think it's about 3 meters high, right? Let's just do a little bit higher than 3. Let's just do 1.5. I think that's, yeah, that'll be roughly it. So we got center of mass as well. You know what? We also want, I don't want that trailer tipping backwards as it gets full, but Yeah, yeah, exactly, Wayne. I think it would be a little bit higher. Something like that. Let's just call it 1.7. Because I will add the MR trans with mass things. So let's do 1.7 and 0. Well, that's not. There we go. That'll work. And then let's go grab this MRCom. I always forget. There we go. That is right. It is in the fill mass node section. So let's go back to fill mass. Fill. So, do they not have fill mass node? They might not have a fill mass node. Okay, so I think when this happens, I think that I need to delete, where is it? Not fill liters per second. Where is it? Oh goodness, I lost it. Where's the fill mass per whatever? Okay, let's just do this. I lost it. Fill planes. Oh, that's right there. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think I need to delete that because I'm adding this. It doesn't have a fill volume. It still has a fill plane. It doesn't have fill volume. It still has fill plane. I don't know what that means. It doesn't have fill volume. I want to add this, right? Because this is going to be my fill mass node. And then MRCom trans with mass. Oh goodness, I gotta do that math too. Mass per fill level, and then I think I want to delete this one, right? Because I don't want to use that since the more realistic mod already does this. I don't know why I'm copy and pasting this. I could have just entered it myself. It would have been faster. Isn't mass per fill level a value from? Yeah, I thought. Yeah, because I don't recognize that on other trailers. And Durrell doesn't say that he deleted it on any of the default ones. I believe he does. He does have this. He does add this line on several of the default things. So I think you're right. I think that is an old one. That's right, because they didn't have physics in 13. Yeah, so in 15 it's automatically calculated if you're not using MR. That's right. Exactly. So that's just someone converting it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I'll just delete that. I'll just delete it. Get rid of a line of code. What was it called? Deleted, fill mass per liter, something like that. We'll just. Oh, man, I'm just pressing all kinds of buttons. All right, where were we at, guys? Were we ready to try this in game or what the? All right, I'm playing Stationeers apparently. I actually kind of want to. I can show you my base real quick. Why? What? Another copy opened? What the? How many copies of Stationeers are going to open? All right. Yeah, that's what I've had to do that with some of my other mods. Like for example, This John Deere tractor that I got from Mod Hoster, the it has a little front thing that rotates. One of the front suspension linkages rotate around because they put it in the actual mod incorrectly. So I just rotated it 90 degrees and it seems to rotate just fine. That's another example of fixing mods. I hate when the oh yeah yeah me too me too mod. All right, so are we? I think there was. Oh yeah. So mod, maybe is this an old one from Farming Simulator 13? Because there is overloading capacity, right? But I mean, this, as far as I know, the actual augers, the actual augers, that you're putting into this wagon determine its own fill liters per second. I didn't think you can set this value within a mod and have it work like. So, for example, if you're filling this from something else, I didn't think you could limit it in that way. I don't know. I don't understand that. Have you plans for many conversions for Tazewell? Yes, I do a little bit, Wayne. It's kind of what I was working on Monday. So right now I have this. One of these or two of these already had an MR convert, so I don't know what I did. But this one is MR. This one I converted to MR. Well, we can delete the Kroger pack because if we're using this JDM thing, then we're not going to need that. I converted the DB60. The 9Rs already had a conversion for. The S6. This is the one that, wait. I think this is the one that Platinum Turbo gave me that already has MR in it. Maybe not. Wait, the S60 isn't that's not a tractor, is it? That's the combine. That's right. This is the combine. Yes, I did this convert myself. So this one still needs tested, but I think it works really well. And then we have a few other John Deere. We have a John Deere disc that I converted to MR, and it mostly works. And then the John Deere American Eagles. Yeah, thanks, Razor. We have an older John Deere combine. It's still like the 9510 series, so I'm not used to this S and the R series from John Deere because we don't drive or own anything that's that new. I don't know, Wayne. I actually haven't tested it myself. I'm gonna test that out myself. I don't know a lot about tractors, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out if it is a poor convert. Anyway, we are, I do use the databank for conversions. I will eventually put all those on the databank. I didn't yet because they're just, basically my server is going to be a little test group. And then I might have to change and edit a few things. And then if all goes well, I'll upload what I can to the databank. So that way everybody can have the benefit of using them. So back to this mod, I don't think I'm going to edit this out and see what happens because I think it's trying to set the fill level rate into this wagon. But the fill level rate into this wagon is set by things like augers and spouts and things that you fill up from that already have a fill liters per second limit on them. So I don't know. Well, we won't be using the tracked version. So there. If it's just the wheels, then I think we're live. I think we're fine. Cheers from France. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you for that. Drink some wine for me. Isn't that what French people do? A lot of French wine. There's a lot of good French wine out there. Good French vineyards. Is it the European TI? The combine that I converted is from the Giants mod hub, the Farming Simulator Giants mod hub. Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I'm not really one to care about IC control. It doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really do much of anything to me. I just get and drive. I don't really, I mean, I guess it's nice sometimes. I don't really ever think to use it, so I'd never use it. That's part of the problem. All right, I think we're ready to test this. Let's go into the game and test it. I don't think there's anything I thought of. Let's make a note that I edited this out because I don't think it's needed. Ah, cider. I love cider too. Filling at seed triggers. But I thought the seed triggers all have... Okay, yeah, that'll probably give an error then. I guess I'll leave it. I thought the seed triggers all have their own fill liters per second. Oh, they don't. Okay, got it. Well then, filling from... let's say if you're going to do this manually, you're going to be stuck doing it that way. How's that? Oh, yeah, you better not fill this up manually. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I don't think I used my theory. Okay, so we can save that one. Let's make sure that we have, I think I have everything added. Yeah, my downloads folder is clear. Modding, mods, so I need to delete the old data bank, and then I think we're good to go. All right, let's test this out in game, guys. Default 1500, okay. Got it. Well, thank you for that mod. While this is loading up real quick, I'm going to run and get some water. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, I don't need the liquid storage pack. The only other one that I want is this one. This one I'm going to... Well, this one, Platinum Turbo said, already has an MR convert in there, so we're going to go on in. And then I'm also going to be curious to check out that John Deere tractor. To see if the wheels work, unless you guys already know the wheels work well. But anyway, while it's loading, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a quick glass of water. My desk is a nightmare. I gotta clean it out. Tomer, is it Tomer or Tomer? Or Tom? I just cleared it out because I just wanted to test out and fix up the dedicated server mods. So that's why it looks a little bit more sparser. Let's, why don't we have sound? Do you guys hear sound? Oh, my mic was just turned down really low. To give you guys some better quality, we're going to switch to window capture. There we go. That's going to be a little bit smoother for you guys. Then I just got to jump back in game. All right. Then I just got to remember to switch back to display mode. Otherwise, you guys won't see anything. So first thing we want to do is we want to go to, where would it be under? Auger wagons? Or I guess, you know what? This will be easier. Let's go to this and there and buy and main color. We want, let's see. I think I mostly see these in white in real life. White or black or red, I think. I typically see them as white. So let's just make it as white. And then where's our pickup truck? Yeah, so you can see some of the mods that we're having. This is what I'm thinking about starting with. Oh, my chat window disappeared. Let me get that back real quick. There we go. Mod soup. So this is one of the problem mods that I noticed the front wheels were kind of, well, you'll just see. So when it's empty, maybe since I have you guys here, maybe some of you can help me with this convert. See, it works pretty great now. It works great. Let's go fill it up. Well, let's just do this. No, actually, I don't have GS fill level. So let's go fill this up. And here we go. All right, so as this fills, you'll see the front wheels get a little squirrely at basically maximum capacity. And it doesn't, I haven't seen it happen before the max capacity. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what's really going on there, but we'll just see. Let's keep going a little bit. You can see, yeah, so these are the other things that I have planned. We're doing this realistic Midwest style. I did get a big planner. I did see a few smaller planners, but they were basically converts from Farming Simulator 13, and they looked ugly, honestly. So we're starting out with the DB60. That convert was actually really easy. It was really well built, so it was easy to convert. And then we have these guys. We have a toolbar, and we have a side dressing bar. So one of these does not destroy crops, since we can actually side dress our corn with nitrogen in the spring. And so this is gonna be really fun. So one of them will be able to do like strip tillage for the fall. I guess, you know what, I might as well talk about that now. So strip tillage, for those that aren't aware, is a form of tillage where you only till in a strip. Just like this. This is a strip till rig. So it's set for 30 inches. You only are tilling the exact same rows that you are planting in. Everything's gonna be tied to GPS, right? So you'll be able to till in the exact same strip. Now I'm talking about real life, not necessarily in game. These mods are all available on American Eagle's modding, the strip till, the toolbar rigs that I'm talking about. Anyway, so the oh, also in case you're curious, I edited them. They actually had them really, really nice, where they were actually only tilling on the actual strip, but that affects performance, so I just made it so that the entire area acts as a cultivator. That's just a little bit easier. Anyway, I will mod chill. Voice is going a little bit. All right, let's drive around here, and yeah, see. So you can kind of see it a little bit already, but it's not actually too bad now. It looks like maybe the friction, it looks like that front wheel is not really touching the ground very much. Yeah, I'm a little worried these anhydrous ammonia tanks are a little bit too thick, so it might still destroy the crops. However, I'm thinking if we side dress a little bit earlier, so when the corn's in that first growth stage, where you can drive over it and it won't actually destroy the crops, but it's still visible. It's a little bit early for real life, but I think it's close enough that it would get us that authenticity. The wheel, yeah, the wheels destroy the crops. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. You know what? I didn't notice the problem there, but I did notice it when I hooked a tractor up to it. So let's get in our tractor. This is one of our tractors that I'm using here. And I gotta use the IC, otherwise people are gonna kill me. Let's go backwards here. Yeah, and so this is one of the mods I actually had to fix, because they had this that center linkage there that was like going around in a circle this way, like 90 degrees from what it should be doing. So I just edited that mod itself, and if you want that edited mod, it will be available on my server eventually. But that's not an MR convert. I actually had to go in and edit the mod itself. Is it Vernon component XML? Yeah. I'll look at that in a second. But I think yep, there we go. So it's, for some reason, it's only when you attach it to a tractor, it seems. And then also, yeah, there we go. So if you guys have any ideas how to fix that problem, Let's, yeah, but now it doesn't do it. Why don't you do it again? Maybe if we go on an edge there. Yeah, see there, it's kind of wonky there. Yeah, it is MR. It was just a very quick well, I actually don't know that mod. I'll have to try that out. But for now, let's test out our little seed tender thingy. Because that's what we came into the game to do. That would be the first thing to test, mod. And, alright, so let's go over and fill us up with some seed. So far, looks pretty good. I saw one of the wheels floating, but this is a little bit uneven ground. Yeah, I guess, is it even worth checking to see if it does it without MR? I mean, I would assume that it's fine without MR. Oh, well then why do you type stuff if you have no idea? Silly mod. Yeah, so this is the one that I'm thinking that we'll have to use this one if we can't get this seed tender working. Let's go back and check this on out. Alright. Hopefully it fills. That will be the first test. Well, do I need, oh, you know what? I think I have manual filling on. So, how do you actuate manual filling? Uh-oh. Something is amiss. Are we not close enough? Why isn't it working? Happy Monday from North Dakota. Awesome. Thanks, Tony. Yes, it is indeed a happy Monday. Trying to get this working, but I don't think that's really weird. Well, that's kind of bad if it doesn't work with their own little, that's not good. Maybe some modding genius could tell me why some mods don't work. Let's just verify that this works with, it is eventually going to be a SimStation server night, Mark. Right now, we're just trying to get mods testing. You know, I didn't mod. I did not, okay? Just leave me alone. Let's at least, let's at least test it like this. And, see if we can fill from here. Oh, you know what? I think I remembered seeing something. Oh boy, where one of the triggers. Now this might have been an old convert, but I thought I remembered seeing something where you can only fill it from this side or something like that. You know what? Maybe it doesn't come up. Yeah, maybe it doesn't come up on the 110 text. But if it doesn't, then that's a mistake on me. That's not necessarily a mistake on the mod, I would think. Or maybe it is. Yeah, that doesn't work. I thought when it is... Oh, well. So, manual filling. Error. Why is it saying error? Oh, boy. Why is it saying RS? That should be... My 110 text should be saying seeds. I don't know. Yeah, let's go back and see. I like that idea, Farmer. Let's go back and see if we can get the seed that we bought inside. Let's see if it works this way. All right, well, it works that way. Based on the really slow, slow level. All right, so let's go back and try Farmer Klein's idea. I like that idea. Oh, you didn't see anything you typed. Yes, you're right. Okay. So now let's leave our F1 menu up there. And still nothing. I thought if it was... Yeah. So that's weird. Well, that's interesting. We love that just their audio isn't synced with the video. Is it just me? I don't know why it wouldn't be in sync. That's interesting. What would that be if it's not in sync? I don't know. It's in sync for me. Maybe my audio quality is too high on my stream settings or something like that. Let's test again. There you go. Maybe you can determine something from that. But I think that let's see here. That looks like it's, well, granted it is downhill, but that might be weighted too much to the front. Something else I didn't even test was, would it matter if, I mean, do you have to fill it with a pipe out or something like that? I doubt it'd be something like that. Thanks, Noodles. Let's just test this real quick. Try filling it from the air with the seed bag. I did fill it. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that next. 1 minute. I'm just going to try out one other theory. And I forget. Is it manual if it says manual, or do you press manual to switch to manual? I always mix those up. Okay, so that doesn't work either. All right, thanks a lot, Farmer. Thanks a lot, Razor. Mod, it is just your problem. Maybe it's because you're in Germany or something like that. All right, I think it's safe to say we can put the auger back. Okay. And we are off. All right, so now that means we need to, oh goodness. All right, so we need to buy seed, and then we need to buy a, let's just, I think this will be easier. Telehandler. Oh goodness, running out of money. And the pallet forks. All right, there we go. So let's jump back in, test those out. Come oh, yeah, perfect timing. Come on. All right, let's test out and see if this fills. Welcome, Toral. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for coming on in. Let's just grab something here. Go on up and test this out. Well, so that works. That's interesting. Wait, yeah. You guys are hilarious. All right, well, that's weird. Did I accidentally change something that I didn't change anything to do with those? I don't think I changed anything to do with those seed filling units, so I don't know why they wouldn't work. But maybe wait, do I have the wrong version of my map? No, it's gotta be the right version. Let's just test to make sure this works. This is gonna be really embarrassing if this doesn't work and they publish my my map from Giants. I don't know what is going on here because these definitely worked, and I did not touch them since they were working. Yeah, see, there we go. See? Look at that. So, Mod, why would that happen? Perhaps you can tell me. Because you're really smart. Okay, so let's... I don't think we need to save anything. Well... yes, let's just save this map. Because we're going to want to come back and test. Okay, so I'm going to queue... Oh. Single queue. And we're going to switch back to display capture. All right, so why would that happen? Anybody know why that would be? We can open up our... Oh boy, what is it? It's FF17... Is it single? NH3 right there. NH3 AQ. It's actually aqueous ammonia. The correct equation for aqueous ammonia is NH4OH, I believe. NH4OH. NH4OH. I think that's right. Anyway, let's open you up because you're gonna need to be edited as well. There's a little something funky there. Oh, I lost my chat window. Okay, there we go. So, the collision mask is wrong, but in that case, why did the seed bags work? Exactly. Look over the XML of a vanilla auger wagon and look for the differences. Yes, those are some good ideas, Wayne and Mod. Let's, we had our, I don't know why I exited out of it, but mods, modding MR conversion, MR, XML, data, vehicles overriding, trailers, and I'm losing my mind again. You can tell I'm going a little bit slower. There we go. Okay, so we have these two. Okay. All right. Well, would it even be anything in here? It'd probably be in the actual mod itself, right? I don't even know if it would be something here, right? Fill units. Liters per second. So you have liter short, fill type. Well, you know what? I don't even need to look at, let's, just for consistency's sake, because I don't even know for a fact if you can fill auto wagons from that. I have checked trailers, the Brantner. So let's pull up that XML. It'll be simpler than the auger wagon anyway. So you can fill this from that spout. So what is the difference? So you have a fill sound. Okay. I don't think that should matter. You have fill units. So you have, that's just your 110 text, right? So you have the liter short, bulk, 8400. Okay, so there's nothing really different there. What else would matter? You have a fill plane. You have a trailer trigger. Okay, so maybe it's one of the triggers that aren't there. So let's do trigger. A bit like the first live stream you said you were gonna... Yeah, exactly. So the Brandner... What? The Brandner doesn't say it has any triggers, according to the XML. But this says that it does have triggers. Okay, right, because that's the overloading. Okay, so you have the overloading trigger. And then what is the trailer trigger, though? Seed station trigger. So what is index 015? So you have index 0... 015 is right here. So this is, okay. Oh, right, the trailer trigger. Yeah, so that's the unload. So this is how you unload it. So that all has to do with unloading. That shouldn't matter. Unless, is this trigger going to mask it all with, fill types are in the i3D. Are there tip triggers? Trailer trigger is a trigger. Right, exactly. Yeah, so, what does the Brantner look like then? So modding, data, vehicles, trailers, Brantner, and Brantner. All right, let's look at this. I think with everybody's body knowledge, we should be able to figure this out, right? Okay, so you have the Brantner. You have... How does it know? Is it a... No, a tip reference point is where... Yeah, that's right. That's for tipping. Body left, lights. Trailer attacher wheels. Well, where the heck's the fill plane? So not wheels. Oh my goodness. Trailer trigger is the trigger that finds the trailer. Right, exactly. It's in the body. Where's the body? Body left, body right, body viz. Okay, there we go. So fill volume right there. Is that what I want? Effects AI. Fill volume, height nodes. Well, so yeah, it's gonna be a 0. Oh, I love math jokes. Is it have to do with the, I think it'd have to do more with the collision mask, right? Let's, you know what, I'm not terrain editing. Or the object mask, does it have something to do with this? Where, I mean, because I don't see what tells this what you can fill with it, because I mean right now the XML of the Brantner it doesn't have any triggers in here. It does have a fill unit. It has a fill volume. Okay, is that it? So we have 0, 5. Is this it? Fill volume is just visual. It has nothing to do with loading. Well, what has to do with the loading? Is it here in the XML that references where you can unload? I mean, I don't get how this works. Why wouldn't this work? Why wouldn't you be able to fill from the... Is it because it's... So type, file name... Does it need a different specialization? Is that part of the problem? Because it's saying that this is an auger wagon. So maybe that's what I should have tested out. Can you fill an auger wagon from... You know what? Let's just test that real quick. Can you fill an auger wagon from that specific storage unit? That might be something good to know. Let's just do a new map. I think that'll be easier for testing. And no mods, because we want to test the base game. The main thing how triggers and other vehicles find is through the collision mask of the main vehicle node. Okay, and test if you can fill exactly. Yeah, it might be something where it recognizes trailers, but oh, well, I know. I don't know about the factory script, but I have seen some mods actually limit the, like, for example, the extended gas station trigger that I added out here. It has an individual user attribute that's a Boolean that you can check that either allows or disallows filling from trailers and filling to trailers. So I don't know if the fabric script has something like that where it would limit, oh goodness, where it would limit the filling in the actual fabric script. There's also an exact route. All right, well, let's run over here and try this out. We're testing stuff out. This is good fun, guys. We're gonna get this figured out at some point tonight. Oh goodness. You know what? Just pretend that never happened. Okay. And off we go. Alright, we are on automatic by default, I think. Not a good sign. Please, when I get closer. Not a good sign. Oh, it was on manual by default. It works. Okay. Well then. So you work. Alright, let's just make sure automatic filling works. I don't see why it wouldn't if the other one works. Okay. So we're working. we're having fun. Okay. So the auger wagon works just fine as well. So it shouldn't have anything to do with that specialization of press F5. What the? Oh. Thanks, Noodles. Or the collision of the trailer. Okay. Oh, goodness. Why don't you tell me things earlier? All right. Let's go back to career, hard, Tazewell County. Deselect all, but we want to select this one because I want to see if that works. And we want to select, where's the stupid thing? Why don't I actually look instead of trying to just go really quick? There we go. Do I want any other mods? I don't think so. Yeah, it is the chat delay. Let's switch you back to window capture while I'm waiting. It'll always makes your experience a little bit smoother. I've been at this for almost 2 hours and I still haven't. I just. Just breathe. Let's go to garage. We're going to sell you. And we're going to sell you. And you. And where's the combine? Combine. Did I already sell the combine? I already sold the combine. All right, let's just retest this real quick and see if we can determine where the actual height is based on like what mod says. I think that's an excellent idea. And I keep on forgetting that I don't have stupid drive control. Yeah, I meant to do no MR. I don't think that'll affect the filling or the not filling of this, but I do want to test out the anhydrous ammonia tank just for good practice while I do not have MR. Okay, so let's so that's the overloading auger. Okay, so the trigger for... Well, so there's the silo trigger, so that's all the way up and down. I don't see why... Okay. Let's just quit that. And let's go back and where's our stupid thing? Auger wagon, there we go. So let's do select and buy and go, and then also we want to buy you while we're at it and go. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is fill you up all the way. I should have enabled cheats. Whoa. Apparently without MR, the center of mass is too far to the rear. How does anybody use that trailer without MR? That's hilarious. Oh, the anhydrous ammonia tanks were in the way. That's what it was. You guys like playing with this? This kind of retro, isn't it? Okay, let's. Here we go. Let's just get you out of the way. Good old non-MR. Wait, we need to go back. We need to go Q and start filling you. There we go. And I think you still fill, right? Yeah, you're still going down. All right, this will be faster than backing up. Let's do speed racing tractor around the barnyard. And go on in and back. Yeah, see, I don't see what this is going to tell us because it looks like that. I mean, you can see the internal of the mast there, whatever, the body. It's going to go right through the same... It's going to go right through the same thing. Bam! Wait. Let's have a little fun with this. There we go. All right. Yeah. Liquid fertilizer is the same thing as anhydrous ammonia. They're all the same. Yeah, exactly. I have a tank of it sitting on my farm. All right. See, so there is, yeah. So let's save this then. And I don't have GS reload available. I need that. So let's actually, while we think of it, let's go back to Steam. What is that? Properties? No. Library. Let's go library and farming simulator and properties and set launch options. Let's do tab CHEATS. Okay. Now we want to go back to our, let's see, we're looking at each of these. So we're looking at this one, and where's the other one? The Brantner. All right, so let's do this. Oops. Whoops. There you guys go. Sorry about that. You are back now. No longer blank screen simulator. All right. So the main body is the first one that you are saying does this stuff. So is that your object mask? Is that what I need to be looking at? Mod, hopefully you can help me. It's not build nav mesh mask. That's for nav mesh. So I think you're saying that it's object mask, right? But that bit is 0, which means nothing. Collision mask. Well, how do I set the collision mask? The object mask, right? Rigid body? Oh, right. They're exactly the same. Well, it wasn't that one. Is it another? Is it another one? So Brantner visual? No. No. Is it something else? Could it be in something else? I mean, it's the same. It's exactly the same. The bit code is the same. The checkboxes have to be the same, right? What else would it be? Let's just grab the modding MR conversion. Let's grab the I don't think anything in the mod desk matters. Yeah, so it's all in the XML. Well, it's got to be something in the XML then, right? If not the, I mean, because from what Mod said, the actual, I mean, look at that. That worked, and that's a lot lower on the trigger. Auger wagons worked. What is the... So the Brantner is, well, that's the category. Where's the part where you set the, oh boy, I don't know. Dynamically auto parts, lights, brake lights. Well, it's nothing to do with this then? The fill volume? That's just, is that just pointing to the, well, I mean, I guess we could look. The 05 right there. What is that? So when that silo trigger gets to here, then it registers. Okay, it's purely visual. Oh, that's right. So Do you not need a plane then on Farming Simulator 15 because it uses a box and it kind of automatically flows somewhat from there? Is that the way it works for that? Check for fill root node and exact fill root node and okay, which one? Brandner has it. Okay, so fill root and fill. Whoops. Fill root node. Oh. Oh. That could be the problem. I don't. What is exact fill root node? So that's referencing back down to the to that fill plane, right? That is 05. No. 0. So that's down here further, right? So that's 05005. That's the next one, right? Right there. Okay. Well. Exact fill root node is a trigger above the trailer that makes the exact area where the trailer can be filled. Okay. And then fill root node. Okay, well, let's try it with fill root node and see if that works then. You might not have to add everything. Let's put it right under there. I don't know. What do you think? Do we have to put everything? Do we have to put that exact thing? Okay, fine. Really? But that says for AI though. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Let's just try it. Let's just try it and see what happens. So we need MR then because we changed that in MR. Let's just try it real quick. Okay. Oh shoot. I think I did. Which save game did I use? Anyone? 2? I think I used this one. So we need MR now. More realistic data bank. We need more realistic game engine. There we go. Okay, let's try it out. Well, I have well, I guess if I add that and change the mod that I need to, just look for last time saved. Okay. And survey says no. I think, unless I just wasn't close enough. Yeah. Yeah. And you are on automatic now. Yep. So it's not working. All right. Okay, so we need to do that then. All right, so yeah, I like your idea of exporting it from the thing. So let's do there, and let's do file, export selection. I don't need files because it's all right. That's nothing. So export selection, and we want to export to the modding MR conversion and here, and then let's do there we go. So let's try that, and then we're gonna we'll keep that one open. We're gonna want to close that one because we're gonna have to move it. Let's not save it. Okay, so that's what we want. Let's cut that and let's go modding mods and let's paste you in here. And then we need the other one deleted. So right there. Okay. So let's go back in and seed tender. And then we want to file, import, and fill mass, open. And let's go. I think it needs to be inside the main body. So let's just put it at the bottom so we don't screw anything up. And I made a mistake. I did not export the other one. Auto aim fill target node. I guess I want that one. I guess. I didn't see that one reference. But well, let's just. So you sure I don't need that one? That one seems like I would need it for something. Auto aim. Is that for AI? Oh, AI. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, let's go into here then and exact fill root node. So we're gonna want to go like that, and we need to change the thing. So you are gonna be 017. So let's change all of that to 017. Okay, so now it should work, right? Dang is what the name of chaff making. What? I don't understand you sometimes. For the chaff making machine. Oh, the forge harvester. Thanks, James. Yeah, that's another thing that chaff, granted, I don't make. I've never been around guys in the US that have a forage harvester. However, we call it chopped corn. It's not chaff. Chaff is what we call what comes out of the back end of the combine and it's waste, or like if it's wheat, you can turn it into straw. That's what we call chaff, at least from the farmers I've talked to. So it always confuses me when I go to mod and I'd say like, oh, this is chaff. No, this is chopped corn. But apparently you guys don't know what chopped corn is because you think that's like corn that's been ground up, the actual maize kernels. So anyway, let's go back in game and test it out. Everything is, oh wait, no, we are not. No, we are not saved. I never saved you. I need to save you. Yeah, that's kind of important. Let's minimize and what else is it saying that is not saved? So that one we don't want to save anything. This one. We're gonna look at this one. Is there anything before I go back in? How you doing, Hendry? Before we go back in, should I do anything with this one before, for testing purposes? I guess you can. I don't know. Let me know about that. And while you guys are thinking about that, I'm gonna go here and change the auto aim. And auto aim. That's right. Auto aim doesn't have shape, so we can just delete that. And then, for good measure, we're going to change this version to 0.1, just so there's no conflicts with someone that might have a similar version. You know what? Let's just do something like this. There we go. So now there's minimizes the chance for potential conflicts. Force them to get my mod if we're playing on my server. Okay, so mass distribution. What do you want me to do? Mass distribution to the front axle component. I don't know what that means. I guess what we will need to do is go into the NH3. Let's extract this. And we're going to have to look at the axles. Yeah, improved. You're not improved. Okay, so, axle. Left front. So that is 101. What? Where's the index? Where's the wheels? Oh, wheel. Wait, what? Where's it? Where are the wheels referenced? Am I going crazy here? Oh, I'm on the. Okay. So 1-0. Shoot. 101 is the wheel. So 101 is the front wheel, and then we have 100. So these are the two front wheels. Yeah, they typically do that. Okay, so let's go over to friction scale, max lateral stiffness. All right, so what do I need to add? Scroll down to the component lines. Right there. You have to MR set. No, I don't. So do I need to give the front, are the front wheels like weightless or something then? Do I need to give them some weight? Is that possibly the... Yeah, I don't have any set mass. You either need to add that or change... Well, I think adding the set mass is the easiest. So what do I want to set the mass to? So component 1 is... Okay. So which is the front component? So something that, I mean, I guess that's something that I've never, so like, is this the component 2? Is this the way it works, where this is component 1, this is component 2, this is component 3? Is that what those two things are? So I would want to do component 2 then, right? I don't want to add weight there. I want to add weight here to this component. Whee! Okay, so the code for that is it's just MR or set mass, just like that, right? MR set mass equals what do I want it as? 2 tons? 1 ton? One should be enough, right? I mean, it's just metal. I think 1. Maybe I should, while we're here, what's a realistic weight for the body, for the tanker body? Might as well do that one too, just to make sure it's not like overdone. 2 tons? When empty, it's just kind of a empty tank. Okay, I'll add it to the third one too then. I mean, the tongue's probably not very heavy. Point 2 something. What do you guys think about those values? I guess we could try them. Let's save and make sure that this is saved. And yeah, well, I like the 0 there. Let's just do that. All right, let's try that, and let's go back into game. We can always change those later, and yeah. We can always change them later, because that's the beauty of... Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so that we added the 3 databank things, and I think it'll automatically make them MR, right? Nothing in the save game file determines whether it's MR or not. Yeah, so it should work. 700... Well, you're setting the weight when it's empty, right? Doesn't MR take care of... I thought MR takes care of itself. I thought MR takes care of itself when it's the thing. Bonus is on the lower edge of... I don't understand what you're saying, Mod, because I thought the MR set component is the mass when it's empty, and then the weight of filling it up takes care of the rest. So, I mean, 7 tons sounds really... Oh, if it's filled, yeah, right. Did I not? Is it a different mod? Does it register as a different mod or something? Oh, stupid everything. No, why did I? Oh, goodness. You know what? I think this will be quicker. I'm not the only bad one at converting mods that I mucked up, header combine, bro. Well, it's, I don't know if anybody's bad. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are good, but I don't know if anybody's bad because so many mods are just, well, for example, you saw on the on this one, it wasn't properly made. It did not have the, well, assume we haven't tested it yet, but assuming this fixes the problem, I mean, all the standard trailers and auger wagons have the what is it, the fill mass exact thing, but it didn't have it. It didn't have it by itself, so no, it's there. I just have to rebuy it since it's a different version or something. I don't know. We'll just figure that out once we get in game. What did you just remember? The back is filled too much compared to the front. You get, okay. All right. So what we need to do then is we need to go back into, apparently it didn't remember that I bought this. So we need to go back into auger wagons and, whoa, it's not a, I'm getting an error. I must be getting an error. Modding log. Failed to open. Why are you failing to open? No store data. What? What did I screw up? Did I accidentally add a bracket thing in? Let's do Control Z. Control Y. I must have forgotten something. I don't have a fuel trailer. It's a anhydrous ammonia trailer. But why? What did I screw up here? That is closed. That is closed. Why are you not working? What was the error again? It said, no store data found in the XML. Store item will be ignored. Why? What the heck? Why is it not saying store data? I had to have forgotten a bracket or something. Schema overlay mass. Well, I mean, the last thing I did was the set mass. No, I didn't do that for this. It's right there. It failed to open the XML file because it's saying that store item is not found. I had to have no store data. I didn't change anything with the store data, so it has to be something where I forgot a bracket or something. The last thing, I didn't touch set mass in here. I can't find. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, Mod. I think it's something with but I didn't change anything else. Why would oh okay, yeah, let's press Control Z, see if we can get that back. Nope, too far gone. What we're gonna do is undo my mistake here and go to restore, and then oh boy, yes, Yes. Thank you, mod. You helped me figure it out. We're going to get that back in. Just need my mods. And then let's extract this. And, oh, goodness. Oh, shoot. No, we don't. No. Okay. So control, downloads, and extract. And I forgot that I took this out because I normally don't ever open. Oh, never mind. I don't need to explain myself. Just do it. All right. Wait, what? Well, I didn't change the set mass on the sea tender though. That's what I don't understand. Oh, I think I must have already extracted. Okay. So I must have already changed that one. Um you know what? Just for good measure, we didn't. Oh, we did. You know what? Oh, goodness. Let's go back in. Let's make sure our fill mass node's still in there. Okay, so we still have that in there. All right, and we can delete this now. Fill mass. Wait. I didn't save it with shapes. Why does it have shapes? I didn't mean to open that either. My goodness, I'm just going insane. I'm trying to move too fast, and I'm starting to get a little frustrated. Okay, so now it should work. Now it should work. Just in case you're a little confused, what I did is when I make the MR copy of the databank file, I extract it and I open it up, and then I just cut and paste that one, because typically you never have to go back into the folder. So that folder was somewhere else, but then when I edited and added that fill mass node to the when I added that fill mass node to the folder, then I had to use that new folder because I'm no longer using the original mod anymore. So I had to go through and yeah, exactly. And then I forgot that I exited out of that XML and I forgot that I didn't have an XML there anymore, rather. Okay. You know what I'm saying, though. And yes! I love you, Modelly shirt! Victory is mine! Alright. We are doing well. Let's take a look at this guy now. Alright. Does it turn too sharp? Yeah, a little. I think that's like exact. Is that 80, 90? We need to limit that maybe to like there. What angle is that? Anyone? Love is a strong word. That's probably 80, right? That's probably 80. So we need to change the turning angle on that to limit it by maybe 5 or 10 more degrees. Other than that, let's take you around a high-speed corner here. Oh. Okay, so that was good. I don't think we need an MR Comtrans with mass, because it is already top-heavy enough for my liking based on the center of mass there. So I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. And it looks like the suspension might be a little. I don't see those wheels compressed at all. It looks like the suspension might be a little bit too strong. I don't know. Let's go over a bump or something here. See what happens. I don't know. Maybe not. I think those wheels should be compressed a little bit more, though. How do you... Hey, Modelisha, how do you make a... Oh, we don't want to quit yet. While we're here, is we want to check on this guy. And we were doing that with another tractor, just to minimize switching back and forth. Let's just buy a T6 and go. And go. All right. We're getting this backed out. Just 1 second here. Let me bring that back up. Okay. And there we go. I am using display mode capture, so it's probably going to be a little bit not smooth for you guys, but oh goodness, that was just horrible. All right, so let's check this out now. So far, so good. Alright, I think overall it seems really good, but one thing I noticed was, where is that center of the wheel? It doesn't appear to be actually centered. What's wireframe mode? 'Cause that is the... I don't know if you guys can see that, but the wheel doesn't really look centered. Yeah, here might be able to see a little bit better there. Yeah, you see the wheels are sitting too low. Just a little bit too low on that. All right, so how do I adjust that? I forget. Does that mean the initial compression is... Well, actually, you know what? We don't need to do that. We just need to go back in here. Let's get out of the log. Let's get out of the mod desk. Let's get... Wait, what is this XML? We don't need the original XML. We are on the anhydrous ammonia tank. I think the MR set mass is fine, but I think this means we need to change the initial compression, or does that mean the suspension travel is too far, where it moved the wheel, where it moved too much on that suspension? That I don't know. What should I do, guys? Modelish, are you still there? We can change the initial compression to, what is it? To more, I think. So then it doesn't travel as far when it's compressed. I don't know. Let's save that and let's check that. So need to go here and GS reload vehicle, and let's check you out now. That's not really that much better. Not really better at all. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the other thing I was thinking, but I mean, 0.2. Oh, well, you know what? Based on that suspension, I don't think that is made to have a suspension. So perhaps that's why it looked a little funky. I mean, look at that. That's I mean, this will maybe tilt a little bit, but like back here, that's a fixed frame. There's no suspension on that. We're trying to fix this guy because the wheels are a little bit off. And that's, whoa, that made it worse. Well, it made the wheels a little bit better, but now it's sliding. So Modelish, what you missed is the wheels. See, that wheel's almost perfectly centered. That one's not, though. Why would they be different? More weight on the right side, maybe. Let's just try driving a little bit. No, this is MR. This is all MR now. The wheels are not centered. That was the first problem. And then as soon as I changed the suspension travel, it started floating downhill a little bit, which was weird. Why would it float downhill if it doesn't have proper suspension travel? I don't get that. So now it's floating. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we got some fixes to do. it's floating around there. The friction scale is set at 2. This is a part of MR that I used to know a lot about, but I forgot. Oh, yes. So that's, yeah. So if it had dynamically loaded parts right there, it's actually loading. So right now it's just referencing this node, and I think we still have it open, right? So it's referencing, for example, the right front wheel is this node right here. So it knows that this is where the wheel's at. And then down here, it says, put this wheel here. That's what it's doing. So I don't know if that means we also have to edit the actual wheels under wheels. I thought this was part that someone else help me here. Durrell told us to add some stuff here. It's not max lateral stiffness. It was wasn't it the same thing to do with the Brantner? Wasn't this the same problem the Brantner had, where they added data bank converted XML? Let's look at this real quick. 1 second, guys. Brantner, wasn't that this where the max deformation and the pressure FX? I don't know. I mean, we could try adding that and see what it did. Well, the first thing I don't get is why does changing the suspension travel make it slide all over the place? There's no deformation. Maybe that's part of the problem. But can you do it here though? I thought you could override it here. Or alternatively, so this is another option. We could always change the wheels to something like the Brantner, or what does... Do you guys know any other wheels that look similar that are default? What are the default wheels? So something like a... I mean... Okay, got it. What are some default wheels that we could use? Let's you know what? Let's go back in game real quick. So we don't need those exact wheels. They actually kind of look horrible and ugly anyway. Let's look over here. So what other wheels do we have? We want something skinny. We want something small. No. What I'm saying is, mod, is we can just have it reference back to, instead of referencing here, let's just reference a dynamically loaded part. Like, for example, what the Brantner does. Like this. Not like that. Like this. Can't we? Where did our stupid tank go? Yeah, that was file name, right? Yeah. A3D? XML. Because the SML will reference the XML. Or the XML will reference the I3D. So we can try something like this. Can't we, though? Let's just see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Right, that's how it works, right? The XML actually references the I3D. That's, yeah. I think you're right. Okay, so let's, you know what? Let's get rid of the Brantner. Let's get rid of the theory. Let's get rid of the PPW. Let's get rid of the Brantner. We don't want to change anything in the Brantner. So we saved, and let's go back in game, and let's load. Oh. Why wouldn't that work? That's what the Brandner was using, right? Why wouldn't you be able to load the dynamically loaded parts of the thing? The old pickup wheels would be perfect. What pickup wheels? Oh, the old pickup wheels. Okay. What was it? What the? No, it wasn't. What the brand it was using. Let's look real quick. So we got modding and data and vehicles and cars and not pickup ST. What's it called? The Truck 300? Is that what it is? Oh wait, we don't have the what? No, not Truck 300. Vehicles steerable, and then it's a lizard, right? You need to add the XML files directly to the wheel lines itself, like the Brandner. Overloader worked. Yes, the overloader worked. You missed that. Yes. The rodeo is what we want. Okay, so the old pickup truck tires. So let's just look at this real quick. Oh, I see what you mean. Right? So instead of like delete this whole thing. Is that what you mean? Because it's not, but it is a dynamically loaded part, right? Oh, but it's up. Okay, I see. So just delete that, and then I need to set up this in kind of the same format, right? So I just add the file name up here. I guess these don't matter where it's at, right? So I should be able to do like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. I don't think it matters what order these are in. Although I probably should have done it exactly the same. So then what are these other things? Do I need to add stuff like force point ratio and config index Carl. Config index Carl. Yeah, I know it's Carl one. It looks like Carl. All right. Suspension travel has particles. Max lateral okay, I guess let's just try it. As is. Let's leave this here though. For reference. Actually, you know what? This will be easier. Let's do that. And like this. So that's that'll be a reference now. So we don't conflict with anything. Just in case we need to grab something else. All right. So you need to add the config index. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, left to right. So which one is left? The first node, so that's 1 0 is left. So 1 0 0, right? 1 0 0. So this is left true. This one's is left false. And then the rear wheels are going to be in the body and tank and right rear. So that is 0 0 is false. And this one is true. All right. How you doing, Farmer Boy Dylan? I think that's right. So let's see what happens now. Okay. Well, It's still floating, so that's kind of a problem. Oh, did I not? Whoa, that's weird. Okay, so I need to move the... That's really weird. Why didn't they load properly? Why is it all blurry like that? Did I get... Wait, did I get it backwards? Which one's left and which one's right? Is that what I did? I'm trying to figure this out. So, I've been better. That one needs to come out more. The radius. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just the radius thing. That's right, because it's loading these wheels. It's not load. Yeah. That's exactly right. It doesn't need this because... Hey, while I'm at it, Mod, is there something else that is animated? Because those wheels it was adding aren't really real, right? So it needs to add animation to rotate those wheels. You have the plain basic wheels without hubs if you don't choose a config. Oh, I need some hubs then. So I need to add like, oh goodness. I need to add like this then? So like that, and like that, and like this, and like that, and then like this, and like that, and like that. I hope. Let's tab all that over just so we're kind of consistent, and delete all the white space. All right. Delayed modding, exactly right. I think I want to line this up. Well, we're gonna have to change this, but let's save this and see what happens. So we still got some sliding going on. That's not good. What are all those wheel shapes not found? Huh. I think those wheels would work. I don't like the blurriness. But I think that's because they're too far in. So I think we actually need to exit the game for this one. Let's save it. Well, before we exit out of this, let's double check. I don't think there's anything else I need to do with this one. It seems to work pretty well. I think that suspension's good enough. All right. Oh yes, good point, Wayne. All right, let's get her. Oh, we don't have our planner modded in here. Oh well. I think we're done with that other one. So let's save and we will quit. I guess we can check that before we quit. Yeah, it doesn't always do it. It seemed to be a problem with that particular, there's problems with the Big Bud pack. He does actually note that. Okay, so it looks like the front suspension, what is that? That's the MR set mass, so I need to add more mass there to the front, I think. But the wheels are still floating. Well, let's go out into some flat ground here. Oh, I was not aware of that. So the weight, we are fully full. The load. Oh, Oh, that's right. It stops when you stop moving. So our weight on our front wheels are 4 tons. The weight on the rear wheels is only 2.5 tons. So we need more weight on the rear. But that's weird because, okay. I thought the center of mass was right on that thing. 1.2. Yeah, that's weird. So what does that mean? A mod? Does that mean I need to change the, well, it looked real though. I don't want to have to, I don't know. I guess I can just cheat and move it back a little bit. So center of mass, I want to move back. Let's go back 0.5. All right, Modelisher, what? Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. But what was wrong with the wheels? I know I need to go into here and change the actual. Oh goodness, I've messed this all up. So we don't want to save this. I want to go back in though, and we need to change the. Okay, so we need to. Where's the? I don't think I deleted. Okay, there we go. So the nurse tank, we need to go into. Well, we can we can delete a bunch of those textures now, but let's not mess with that yet. So we know we want to move the right front. We need to move them out a little bit more. So something like that. And what is that? That is, let's try 1.2. So this should be positive 1.2. Okay. And then let's go to the rear wheels. Oops, up here. So tank right rear. And let's move you out to, let's just try 1.2 on everything again. And left rear needs to go to 1.2. Okay. So now the wheels are moved out a little bit. So what else do we need to do to stop the sliding thing? Or was it sliding because the center of mass was all off? Was that what we're thinking here? Let's go back in and try this out. I'd say get the correct rims and hubs before adjusting that. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, we can get those while we're loading up. We do want to make sure that we have the okay, so let's try it. All right. Okay. So let's go in and NH3. Well, we don't want that. What has good wheels? What wheels do we want? Well, why weren't the configuration? Oh, that's right, because we set the wrong configuration, right? Is that what we're saying? So we want design 02. Wrong tank. So it's just default. No, let's try this one. I don't know. What do we want? Design 02? Do we want those pickup truck tires? Is there another tire that would work better? I know. Oh, look for config index in the wheel lines. Okay. What are you saying here? Config index. What do I do here? Do I just copy and paste? I need this in the actual. Huh. So you're saying I need to do like this? Do I want to keep it as car 2? I don't know what that means, or what does that do? Command index is the index from which the wheel XML uses. There are multiple different types. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I think I like the idea of the fuel tanker. Let's go on game and see if that works. Then I'm gonna have to reload, but GS reload vehicle. All right. There we go. So now I have, oh yeah, see, I don't like that. Okay, so I mixed up the front. That looks hilarious though. I mixed up the front and the left rights. So let's fix that real quick. So this needs to be false. And then this one needs to be true. All right, so that is one thing I need to fix. If you want to open the wheel episodes, no, not yet. Let's go look at those fuel trailer wheels. I think you're just talking about the default. Ooh, those could work. I rather like that idea. How you doing, Drew? Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if you're free tonight, but I'm gonna be staying up playing all night long. This map, so hopefully you can join. Oh, you know what? Why don't we do something like that? Because the only thing that I've noticed is in real life, they are a little bit more rounded, though. Something like that. However, I think that hub, isn't that hub part of this mod? So it'll actually look pretty flat and standard without that. So I think we need something like... I don't think we can do something like this, because correct me if I'm wrong, I think that center spot is actually part of this trailer. So unless we go a lot more in depth on this and try to import something like that. You know what? No. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Let's try with that. The hub is part of the wheel X. Oh, really? Is it? So I could actually use these. I kind of like... I don't know. I like the idea of those. Let's look at our pickup. Oh goodness, let's look at our pickup truck tire. No, not there. I want those. Let's look at this trailer. That could look. No, those are too wide. Well, are they? No, yeah, those are too wide. We want something narrow. I like the idea of either these or. I don't know about that. Well, yeah, let's try it. Let's see how it looks with that. We don't need to change. We don't need to exit. So let's get out of our lizard pickup rodeo. We want to go into our file and lizard. And so that's going to be a trailer. And that was, what's the name of that? Thunder Creek. And let's look at the XML. All right. So wheel configurations. So let's change you to default. And right. Whoops. Change you to default. And I still need wheel configurations, default. Config index trailer. Well, I guess I can just change this. Trailer. You know what? Let's actually look at that real quick. Oh, you're actually talking about, okay. Let's do this. Are they skinny enough? So one thing to consider, if we're going to be driving through this through the field, I want the tire skinny enough that it's not going to destroy any of the crops. This one is actually not that much skinnier. But you're right. I think you're right, Wayne. I think the taller wheel would be a little bit better. That looks really... I don't know. Which one should I use for... I see you're doing some wheel science. Yes, indeed I am. Which one should I use for that wagon? Should I use that one with like the hub on the outside, or do you like this one more? I'm not sure what one would look better. I do like that idea though. Should we just see how? Let's see how they look on that trailer with the Thunder Creek trailer wheels on there. Oh. Those look horrible. Yeah, I know. I know, but you can make it. You don't have to make it a duel. I think it's just set by that. Well, that's anyway. Let's finish this first. Summon the XML itself. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean there. Let's go here, here, and here. All right. Wait, what? The exact same wheels? Oh. So it's the same wheel type, it's just the config index that made them different? I don't understand what is going on. 280. 55. R16. That's the same wheel, right? Possibly there's predefined config index for those wheels, not dual, but you'd have to create your own. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. Well, for now, that's weird. These are the same wheel. It's just a difference between a trailer and not a trailer. So, let's just reload these and see what happens, because I don't understand what that means. I understand that I pressed tab when I shouldn't have. All right, let's yeah. I kind of like those. They're not quite as big, but I actually rather like those, I think. So the wheels still aren't perfectly centered, though. I think that's close enough, basically. I think that's fine. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yeah, they do look a little small. Is there a way to, can you scale wheels? If I put a scale command in here, can I scale it a little bit bigger? I don't know. I think, well, what about these? Those are bigger, right? Those are a little bigger. I think those are bigger than the trailer. Maybe we could try those. Is the wheel? No. I don't know. I think that's only, no, I think the radius is only for fake wheels, because for real wheels it uses the real actual. I think you get those big NH3 wheels on it that are almost small tractor wheels. Yeah. Toral 95. What are you talking about? What are the small are you talking about default wheels in Giant? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Toral. I don't like the look of those. That'll look too much semi-trucky, and then this will look, I think that'll look bad. Let's see if we have anything else here. We need something bigger. We need something a little bigger. I don't know if I have anything here that would work. Not those. The planter wheels, maybe. Come on. Wonder if those would work. Are those big enough? Oh, yeah. Front wheels of a small track, like what? Let's sell this. Sell that. Yeah, see, they all have tread. No, they all have that tread. I'd need to import it from something else. I could use Um, these look like they'd be bigger, and I kind of like the look of those. Let's try what they look like. So that's the Farm Tech. Wrong folder. So Farm Tech. I mean, they don't really. If you look at the wheels in real life, they basically have road tread. I mean, like let's see. So we can exit out of that one. Let me just do this because the actual mod itself actually has really good looking wheels for what they look like in real life. Compared to real life. So this is kind of what it looks like. Granted, how do you get rid of the dirt texture? How do you get rid of that ugly dirt? Is that just yeah, you can't. But I mean, if you can see, they've got vertical treads on them, so it's basically like a road tread. It's not like a wheel that needs to do any heavy. It's just a trailed. It's a little trailed wheel. But in real life, they are rounded like this kind of and skinny. I mean, this is what it looks like in real life, and I don't know really what would mimic this in game that well. That's what it looks like in real life right there. So it's kind of skinny, but they're also still kind of big. It does kind of look like a single. You know what? Let's just try that real quick. Let's try steerable. Let's try American truck. Whoops. One axle. And if I remember correctly, yeah, additional wheel. So I just copy it without the additional wheel, I believe, because that's what makes the dual. So let's try this first, Wayne. We don't want. If you want to do it the wrong way, just scale the reference nodes in the i3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to try this first. I want to try this. So truck back. Let's try this. So it'll be. It's not this one. So it's this one. I think this will just be easier. Place all 5 occurrences. Oh, that's right. You did the one up there. Okay, so then the truck back. Let's change that. So truck back, truck back, truck back, truck back. All right, let's control save you. And what is unsaved? The American truck. Okay, we don't need to worry about that one. All right, let's get back in and see what it looks like. All right, we've got. I think that looks pretty good. Look at that. I like that. I like it. We're gonna go with that, guys. Those look pretty cool. Quick question too. Will there be much needed for download later on? Yes, Wayne. In our data bank, there's actually you can start downloading them now, and I will just post a link for the files that I changed later, so that way you can get started downloading everything now. Okay, so Mod Alicia, how do I fix this problem? Is this a weight distribution problem? Is that what you're saying? I love those tires. That looks awesome. I like it. I'm glad you agree, Toral. I think I like those. So now I think it's center of mass type thing, right? Yeah, exactly. I like it. Thanks for the ideas, guys. Okay, so we had the what do we need to change here? Center of mass, so I need something like 2. I need to beef up the front components. Is that what you're saying? So should I just leave it like that? Everything at 2 and go from there? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, didn't like that. What do I do? You want to get weight off the front axle. Okay, so if I move the center of mass back a little bit more and maybe lower. Oh, not that high. I meant lower. Something like that. Let's try that. It still doesn't like it. Do you think, should I move those tires in a little? Ooh, I don't know about those insides. Ah, that's fine. Nobody's looking at the inside of the tire anyway. So I just need to go back more? Is that the problem? I could increase the friction. That's kind of cheating though. So just go back 2 then? -2. Should I change any of these masses? Would that help? Okay. Let's save this. So it was at 1. Now we're at 2. Let's control save and go back in game. DBUG. Okay, so let's drive around a little bit and see. I don't have many. Let's get onto the concrete. That might be. Yeah, the weight's already on the back, it looks like. And this tractor's having some problems pulling this tanker. You're still sliding, though. Oops. And still sliding. So I don't think this isn't the problem for the sliding. It looks like it was the problem with the front axle, but that looks like it's fixed now. I mean, the weight's all on the back wheels. So we don't have the front axle problem. We don't have the front axle problem anymore, but the wheels are still sliding all over the place. So what's the deal there? There we go. That's almost perfectly centered. And as long as we don't have the which will just slide about in stationary. I'd have to dig through the form to find out what changed. Do you know what? You don't know what trailer it was, Wayne? Because we can just look in your MRXML. You don't have to look back through the forum. What is the empty weight of this trailer? I don't know. I'll have to empty it out real quick. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of, it does feel like there's a lot of weight on this trailer. This is relatively flat over here. Well, this was one thing. I only started the sliding after I removed the suspension travel down to 0.5. By default, it was 0.2, and the suspension was just fine. Let's actually change these to 10 because that's what I started with. It's 6 tons. I'm not sure what you... Okay, let's try this out. Well, because the, I don't know. Because this thing doesn't have a suspension. Yeah, that didn't fix it. Still sliding. So I know something else that... Friction scale 3. He used 3 on some of his wheels? Well, let's change it to 3. Friction scale wouldn't matter, right? The axles were at the bottom of the wheel when loaded. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Could I try friction scale 3 and see if that would change it? Or it feels awful heavy. Are there... Let's try this. All right. So rather than decreasing suspension power, increase spring and damper, but... Oh, yeah, that's a lot worse. But that was the... I think that was the mass problem that I just brought back again. No, maybe not. All right, let's try that then. I like that idea. Below 0.1. Okay. Let's just W and see what happens. I guess I can leave damper as is. Maybe I'll... Okay. Yeah, mod saying double it. I'll double it. We'll see what happens. Should I noticed some of his tires have friction scale of 3, but I thought 2 was by default. Should I try 3, or is that going to cause too much problems? Well, you know what? Never test and change more than one thing at once. That's the first step of troubleshooting. Because then you don't know what you did to fix it. Alright, reload vehicle. What components are there? Front axle, drawbar, main. Yeah. Oh, no. So the tank's the first one. The front axle is the second one. The drawbar is the third one. Alright, let's test things out a little bit more. Hey. Sterl's math takes suspension travel into account. I don't know. The back wheels still look a little off-centered. I think I should move them in just a smidgen more. But what I do know is I didn't see any sliding there. Let's go onto a steeper hill and see what happens. 20. What? 2 tons? I had them at 4, 2, and 2. I moved them to 2. What did I move? I had them at 4, 2, and 2. I felt like that was too much, so I moved them down to... Whoops, that's not it. Where's set mass? Right there. Yeah, I moved it to 2, 1, and 1. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. Let's go over here. Look at that! So, apparently, the springs The springs mess it up. I guess that's yeah, I know I know Wayne, I know it's less than a ton, but that's something that I wasn't too sure about. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's probably what happened. Yeah, there we go. I think we're fine, guys. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. I think we're good. I think we're pretty good like this. So, friction scale of 2, I don't need to change anything. I think we're fine. 10 to 1 is the worst you can go between components, and 5 to 1 is advised at least. That's all right. That fixed everything. All right, so now the very last step is gonna involve us saving and exiting, I think, because we're gonna need to change something in Giants. Whoops. Come on. Okay, so actually, oh, you know what? Did we change anything in the default? This is all the MR mod. Because I moved the original wheels out. Let's look and see. Okay. Why do I press that? Anyway, let's look and see what the original had before I went and mucked it up. Because I think, what I suspect is, if I just would have left it alone, let's check this out. So we need to go back into our mods. What is this one? I can exit out of that one. Modding, mods, and more. So I think we can delete this one, right? You know what? Instead of deleting it, let's move it on the desktop, dummy. Okay. It's open. I can't move it because I'm a dummy. Let's exit out of view. Let's exit out of view. Let's not save you. And now let's move you to the desktop, so I'm not a dummy. There we go. Okay, so then the NH3... Okay, so we got it. Let's start it again and see where those wheels are at. Okay, we got this, guys. We got this. Clear this thing and start. Come on, baby. Let's run around. So far so good on the outside, and that's a little bit closer. I think that's about as close as we're gonna get. Okay, well, looks just fine to me. That's close enough to the axle. Yeah, you don't want to get it any more in there. All right, so I think we have fixed the problems there. Real quick, before you all go, let's, just so we don't have to buy everything, again, let's quit this game. So that was a huge, that was probably the worst of the problems that I found. The other problem is on over to here. No, to this one. I think it's this one. So everything, we got everything set up, and let's start. Yes, thank you everyone so much for helping me fix that. The only other problem that I saw was with these, with the toolbar. And I forget which, one of them's a toolbar and one of them is a side dress. For those that don't know, side dressing is, when corn is, I don't know, waist height, knee height, something like that. I forget the actual time. But you go through and you apply a side dressing of nitrogen. You literally, side dressing is, what it is. So the one of these toolbars is made so that it does not destroy crops. So if you look in here under the anhydrous ammonia, you have a, let's look at our garage. So right here. So I'm using side dressing with this case one, and then the blue one is actual knifing. The only difference is this one actually cultivates, this one does not cultivate. So that way you can apply fertilizer with this one right? And it should not destroy the crops. It should not cultivate. But it will apply fertilizer just like real life. So that way you can be like a real corn farmer. The thing that I noticed was it seemed to lose the animation when it seemed, well, actually, you know what? That one's not as big of a deal. This one's maybe arguably bigger, where there's some actual problems. Yeah, so the drawbar is invisible. But the actual problem is when pulling it, when raised, I can't go. Look at this. Well, there we go. Now I'm accelerating. It's like it won't let me pull it. It won't let me go above 9 miles an hour, and I don't understand why. Maybe Modelicia will understand what is the problem there. I did notice when first unfolding it that it automatically starts cultivating until you raise it. So like right now, it thinks that you're cultivating. However, if you press V to raise it all the way, then it doesn't. If you press V again, then it goes down. Yeah, I did the MR conversion on this, and it works really well other than those problems that I noticed. So, for example, it's raised right now, and it won't let me go above 8 or 9 miles an hour. I didn't actually look at the DEBUG, so maybe this is the part that I'm not the best at. Is there anything on here that tells me, like, I noticed friction, so there's not a lot of friction on the wheels. Why is it not letting me pull it any faster than this? Is the brake force high? Well, I'm not using the brakes though. I don't think I have any brake force on this. Oh, I guess I do. I saw the wheel stop. I guess that's one thing I can look at, because in real life those don't have any brake force because they don't have any brake force. Converted, and that is the, what is this mod? This is a, what was that? That was the 270 something. Doesn't matter. All wheels have brake force. John Deere. It's not the 6R, not the 9. There we go. It's this one. So it's this one and this one. So let's check that. BRAKE. Brake force. I should set that to 0 then, right? Because those don't have any brake force. Yes, it was Razor Eddie. I can show you how to do that, or if you I can actually make that available for public, but well, I don't know if I can. I'll put it on my server and you'll be able to download it when my server gets up. But that's kind of changing a mod and distributing it for someone else. Basically I fixed the little front axles on there. You just have to rotate them 90 degrees. That's all you had to do. But anyway, wait, Modelicia. What isn't working is, so this is an MR convert. It works fine when it's lowered, right? But when it's raised, look at this. I can't go more than 9 miles an hour, and I don't know what exactly is wrong. Why can't I use this and go more than 10 miles an hour? When I lower it, it's basically like it doesn't matter whether it's... Look, I can go faster when it's lowered. How does that make sense? But when I raise it, I go back down to 9 miles an hour. So... yeah, I don't get it. The first step is, I guess... what do these wheels have on them that are causing so much friction? I looked and the wheels don't have any intermissions active, though it's in the ground. Oh yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah. I don't know. For the life of me, I went and I tried to figure out what sets that, and I just don't know what sets that. But the discs are actually spinning when it's in the air. Then when you lower it, it goes. My best guess is here's what I'm guessing. It's something to do I mean, the only thing that would make sense is something is dragging when it's raised. But then when you go to lower the thing, whatever was dragging actually gets raised, and these actual discs are now the new wheels. So whatever was dragging is higher than these wheels, so there's less friction, and it doesn't drag as much. But when I press F5, it doesn't look like anything's on the ground other than those fake wheels. I don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Ground contact's wrong. But how do you fix the ground contact? I don't see anything dragging. But the things are, you know, the discs are actually spinning. It has to. Something's wrong in it. I just don't know. I don't know modding enough to know what's actually wrong. And this is part of the problem. You know, half the time with MR converts, you have to actually fix the mod yourself. Like I fixed the tractor. I fixed the little front part that was rotating incorrectly on the tractor. It's, I don't know. I mean, this is really. I don't see current force. Where's current force? I see rolling resistance. It's calculated working force even though it's up. Where's working force? I see target RPM. Where is... I don't see your thing. PTO power. Oh, current force up there on the top. Okay. Max force. Okay. I think it's weird to have the pack, but mine is not MR. Yeah, and then when I lower it, you get less force when it's lowered. That's great. So how do I change that? Yeah, MR, this is part of the problem with JC. This part of the problem with MR is, I mean, I remember talking to Durrell. He said some of the mods for Giants are actually poorly made. And because they don't have to be perfect, because MR, like the standard game just doesn't use everything perfectly. I forget exactly what he said, but like he had to make a lot of conversions for even the Giants mods to get them to work perfectly because they weren't even made that well. As far as the contact with the ground, I'm not talking about visuals. So, yeah, I don't know. How do I change that then? Yeah, I mean, there's something wrong there. Well, one thing I can do is I change the brake force. I mean, there is no brake force with these. I don't think that'll matter, but where is... Okay, fine. Let's just do GS, reload, and just to see what happens, we have it raised, and let's go... Oh, no, that didn't make a difference. Where are the rear links on the tractor? Oh, is that what you're talking about? You think it's something with the tractor? Oh, what is that? Oh wait, no, that's with the tractor, right? Yeah, that's the tractor, not the mod. No, that's the mod. That's the mod itself. So maybe it's something in the front then. I didn't even see that. So maybe that's something in the front. Because it doesn't look like... I didn't see any boxes further back. Because that thing... That box around the tractor is... I mean, because when I drive away, it's still there. So that, whatever that box is out in front, that could be part of the problem. I'm thinking that could be part of the problem. Oh yeah, good point. Let's test this with a base game tractor. That's a good point. So we need like 300 240 should do it. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right. So this should be able to pull it just fine. Is that box the AI trigger of the implement? Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know enough to know what's normal and what's not. Yeah, I even have cheats enabled. I didn't even think of that. All right, let's try pulling this sucker. Yep, 26. Yeah, so it's got more force when it's raised than it's when it's lowered. So, all right, Modelisha, I can look at this more than further. It's got to be something that... I wonder if it's something with the rolling resistance on those wheels. I do know that when it's folded up, the same thing happens. So it has the same force when it's folded up or unfolded. So it's gotta be something regarding that. I don't know. Good night, Mod. I've got to go as well, guys. I'm gonna be back later. The server is in pretty good shape. We got the worst of the fixes done. Everything else, the only other problem that I noticed with my MR converts is that these don't put out you're hilarious, cat. Yeah, I was gonna stream that tonight if I got time, but I'm out of time. You know what? If you stay up all night with me, cat, and people are bored on this server, maybe we can switch to some stationaries as well. But the ground animations, the animating particles on this just don't seem to work. Or at least on that one. Or maybe it was this one. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna... You know what? That's minor. You can still use it. And you'll still be able to use this one. You just got to drive on the road a little bit slower. I feel like with the server, I think with the current state of the server, it's really what we need. I don't know another disc that works well. I don't think the force up there's anything to do with the rolling resistance. I think calculated ground resistance, then put... So you're thinking it's something to do where it thinks it's actually down on the ground. I think the force up there... Yeah, when you raise it, it's like it's in the ground. Okay, yeah, good night, guys. Thanks, Modelisha. I think it's the calculated ground resistance. How do you calculate ground resistance? I don't know how you do that. I mean, I know you can go to set max force. So you have ground reference nodes. Does it have anything to do with that and the thresholds there? I tried playing with those a little bit, and that didn't seem to make any difference. I don't know enough about cultivators to... Moving tool, wheel indices. So where's that? Speed rotating parts. Are these the discs that move? Rotate on ground contact. So I mean, it thinks that they're lowered. Oh, so maybe instead of because I just tried raising this, and then maybe I actually need to change the mod in game, or I mean in the actual i3D of the mod. Maybe that's what I need to do. So this I need to... Okay, that was already saved. Okay, but I think that'll conclude this stream, guys. I gotta go, and like I said, I'll be back later in, I don't know, whenever, 2 or 3 hours, however long it takes. I don't know. But we'll be playing this. We'll be streaming this all night long, and maybe a little stationaries too. So I don't know. I hope you yeah, Cat, I'll help you out there. Lower the threshold, not raise. Oh, really? Lower the threshold? And change the i3D. What do you mean change the i3D? What do I need to change in the i3D? Let me just Let me just put a note in there. Mod says lower. Mod says lower. And change I3D. So that's I think that's what I need to do then. Threshold, how far away from the ground? Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay, so I'll look at that. Then I'll look at those nodes that it's referencing, and perhaps change. I'll play with that a little bit. So, um, hey, Modman. Yeah, we'll hopefully get this working a little bit. But for right now, I've got to go. I'll be back later. I'm not sure whether or not I'll spend more time doing this, or whether or not we'll just play and go from there. So. And see where the nodes are actually in the i3D. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll do. And then I'll compare that to how Dural has it in his modified version of the file. So for now though, we can exit out of that. We can exit out of this, right? Yes, because those are all fixed. And finally, the last thing to remind myself that we are all done with that. How you doing, Joaquin? We are just wrapping up the stream here, but I will be back later tonight. We're gonna be streaming and playing the map all night long. But yeah, we're just trying to get things set up for MR at the moment, and it was a bit of a struggle today. Just so I can play my night. And about how long till you play a bit of stationary? Sorry. Oh, just so you can plan. I don't know, Kat. I'm gonna start the stream with, I don't know. Maybe I'll start the stream with stationaries instead of this, but I don't know. My mind's kind of on Farming Simulator and getting things set up for the server, the SimStation Nation server that Peter has donated. So I'm thinking about trying to get that set up first. Just finish these MR converts, and then I'll probably do stationaries at the end of that stream or something like that. So it's probably gonna be a long time before I play stationaries, to tell you the truth. So yeah, I will. I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you all later tonight, whatever that is. And goodbye for now, everybody. I think, right? Yeah, goodbye.